7.5% of India's population. Start from now. 7.5% of India's population, and their concentration is more in central India, northeastern part like Mizoram, Nagaland, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, etc. And they have got 7.5% reservation by the government. They are called with different names: Janjati, Banjati, Girijan, Adivasis. They like to be alone, isolated, and their occupation well connected to the forest. They were hunters, gatherers, honey collectors, shifting cultivators. There are two types of Adivasis: isolationists, who want to remain isolated. They don't want to mix with the civilized people. They are afraid of them and they are happy in their own world. And second one is assimilationists, those tribals who want to mix with the civilized people. They want to progress, they want development, they want modernization, they want that their children should get education and occupy good positions. During colonial rule, maximum exploitation of forest dwellers by the Britishers. Forests were cleared for collecting timber, setting up roads, railway tracks. The tribals who were dependent on the forest lost their livelihood. Some of them became thieves and stole timber and poached animals. Others went to nearby cities and towns and became laborers working for wages. Thus the tribal revolted and protested, which led the British to reserve areas known as exclusive areas, partially exclusive areas. The non-tribals were not allowed to enter the area, but this was not implemented properly since the weaker sections were sidelined. After independence, development continued to take place, so the tribals suffered. Road, railways, tracks had to be made and timber had to be used. Hydroelectric projects dam using recreational purpose and the culture of the tribals gets clouded. This displays the tribals and their livelihood was taken away. The tribals began revolts, rebellions, protests due to exploitation and discrimination. The Adivasi tribals started a movement, and in 3 states they wanted a separate statehood, and finally in 2000 the protest was succeeded and a separate state of Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh was carved out. Now next is why Adivasis they struggle. It's why Adivasi struggle started in India. In India, the Adivasis, they have been exploited. The outsiders went to their areas, they bought their land, set up hotels, resorts, and the mines which were situated in their area, that was used by the outsiders. Benefit was taken by them. In areas where tribal population are concentrated, their economic and social conditions are usually much worse than those of non-tribals. The Jana or tribe were believed to be people of the forest whose distinctive habitat in the hills and forest areas shaped their economic, social and political attributes. Today, barring the northeastern states, they are not exploited in northeastern states like Mizoram, Nagaland, Manipur, Tripura. They are not exploited, Assam, but they are exploited in central India. There are no areas of the country that are inhabited exclusively by tribal people. There are only areas of tribal concentration. Since the 19th century, non-tribals have moved into the tribal districts of central India, while tribal people from the same district have moved into plantations, mines, factories and other places of employment. The outsiders came to these areas of the tribals, native places, whom tribals used to call Dikus. They started exploiting them, bought their land and bought their forest product cheaply, and slowly and gradually started capturing their land. The impoverished and exploited circumstances under which Adivasis live can be traced historically to the pattern of accelerated resource extraction started by the colonial British government and continued by the government of independent India. From the late 19th century onwards, the colonial government reserved most forest tracts of its own use, severing the rights that Adivasi had long exercised to use the forest for gathering and for shifting cultivation. Forests now were to be protected for maximizing timber production. With the policy, the mainstay of their livelihood was taken away from Adivasi, rendering their lives poorer and more insecure. Denied access to forest and land for cultivation, Adivasis were forced to either use the forest illegally and be harassed and persecuted as encroachers and thieves, or migrate in search of wage labor to metropolitan cities or big cities. Thus, now, what are the problems of Adivasis today? The term Adivasi connotes political awareness and assertion of political rights, literally meaning original inhabitants. The term was coined in the 1930s as a part of the struggle against the intrusion by the colonial government and outside settlers and money lenders. Being Adivasi is about shared experiences of loss of forest, the alienation of land, repeated displacement since independence in the name of development. The government monopoly over forest continued. If anything, the exploitation of forest accelerated. The policy of capital-intensive industrialization adopted by the Indian government required mineral resources and power generation capacities which were concentrated in Adivasi areas. Adivasi lands were rapidly acquired by new mining and dam projects. In the process, millions of Adivasis were displaced without any appropriate rehabilitation or compensation. Justified in the name of national development and economic growth, these policies were also a form of internal colonialism, subjugating Adivasis and alienating the resources upon which they depended. Examples of such development projects are the Sardar Sarovar Dam on the river Narmada in the West India, and the Polavaram Dam on river Godavari in Karnataka. These processes continue to prevail and have become even more powerful since economic liberalization policies were officially adopted by the governments since the 1990s. It is now easier for corporate firms to acquire land areas by displacing Adivasis. Adivasis have continued to wage wars against the Dikus, whom they call outsiders as Dikus, or outsiders in the post-independent period. The attainment of statehood for Jharkhand and Chhattisgarh are evidence of the success of these movements. ठीक है, हो गया? कितने मिनट का?